everyone, I'm Melody Barr, and I am doing an introduction video for HS 303353 medical terminology. To continue on with my introductory video, I'm going to answer some questions that will help elaborate a little bit about myself. So, first question being, what is your experience utilizing medical terminology? My experience with the use of medical terminology goes from my junior year of high school, essentially, and my senior year, and also throughout college, because I am gearing towards a direction where I want to work in healthcare. To elaborate further, I currently serve as a public health technician for the U.S. Air Force, and I use it actually on a day-to-day basis. Going forward after my time of service, I am also wanting to specialize in gear in the direction of health communications. And what are my expectations of this course? Essentially, to relearn and refresh myself of some medical terminology I don't use on my day-to-day basis, to be honest. I use an array of medical terminology, but there's a lot of terminology that I don't use, like cardi, which pertains to hearts, but I know it because I love to work out and I love cardio. Essentially, just the basis of body parts and inflammations and sores or anything. I work as more towards the administrative side of healthcare currently, so that's where I don't use the patient-based medical terminology, I would say more so. So yes, this class, my expectations are to refresh and enhance myself and my use of medical terminology in the actions of or acts of medical terms used in practice. How do I feel medical terminology will be the most useful for me in my future? Again, I use it in my day-to-day basis, but going forward, I like to expand again on my vocabulary for medical terminology, because in health communications, there's an array of terms that unfortunately a lot of people don't know how to use, or there needs to be a breakdown. So going forward in my health communications direction that I like to gear towards is I would like to essentially create a base for the public, as we are seeing currently with the coronavirus. The CDC is giving out guidelines, recommendations, procedures, protocols for the public, but the public is only understanding so much of the information, or there's such an overflow of communication that it's kind of becoming overwhelming in times such as we are currently. I'm not saying that it's too much or too little. What I'm saying is just creating more in, I wouldn't say layman terms, but more in a use of way where people understand, or it gives a better breakdown for people, as we are continuously advancing on whether it's social media platforms, the media, journals, articles, etc. Going on to my next question. What is your major? My major is health studies. And my goals in the future, again, I just gave a dabble of what my goals are, but my goals are essentially is to become a health communication specialist, and as well as a triathlon coach, essentially part-time, of course, because becoming a health communication specialist, that is a full-time job, versus a triathlon coach. It influxes so much, and it's more based on clientele than anything else. Though overall, my goal is I like to create articles, social media platforms, more avenue, or geared towards more avenues, and create a happy medium for once and for all. I'm not saying other platforms are not doing it. There's tons of information out there, but I would like to come to a happy medium where it gives public, doctors, healthcare workers a more strategic and simplified way of finding out information that is in relation of healthcare, medical terms, getting questions answered, etc. And what are some of my hobbies? Well, I have quite an array of hobbies. It goes from I'm a triathlete, so I like to swim, bike, run, as well as I love to read. I love to write as well. I'm a big movie buff. My movie taste goes all the way from the 1930s, as well as I like to keep myself updated with what's going on in the world, as well as just doing crafts such as painting. I do love to paint, and so those are just a little bit of some of my hobbies. And what information would you like to include about your family and pets? Well, I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I'm currently residing in England at this time, but I will be going back to the States actually this upcoming next few months. Though I have enjoyed my time learning and traveling about Europe. That's mainly what I've been doing, is traveling. COVID has prevented that, but I have gained other additional hobbies to make up lack of travel that I am not doing. And I have my mom and dad. They are currently residing in Houston, and I have, oh gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 animals. And my parents are divorced, and amongst them too, they have 4 dogs, and I actually have 1 cat myself currently. And so that's a little bit about myself, and I am looking forward to a good semester, and I am looking forward to learning about you all, and I hope you all best of luck this semester. Thank you. Bye.